This video will show you how to create an assignment for subjects that have proficiency scales. To create an assignment, click on the Class Selector button to access your list of classes. For the purpose of this tutorial, we will be creating an assignment for a Primary 5 math class. We will be using a scale from the number strand. Begin creating the assignment by clicking on the Create Assignment button. In the Assignment Name field, teachers will need to use the following naming conventions to name their assignments. This is partly because the Assignment Name field allows a limited number of characters. To begin, only enter the second half of the scale code. For example, the code for this scale is MA05-NUM02. However, because this is the Primary 5 math class, the MA05 prefix is already assumed and is not needed. Next, you should enter the name of the assignment, ensuring that the name is relevant to the assignment or activity. In the description field, you should include the score level in which you are working, as well as a description of the assignment or activity. Please note that this area is a form of communication to parents about what their child is covering in class. While this description does not have to be extensive, it should provide parents with a degree of clarity. The description field is what is also known as a rich text field, meaning text can be formatted to include bold, italicized, and underlined formatting, bulleted and numbered lists, tables, hyperlinks, images, and more. You're encouraged to take advantage of this formatting to provide parents with as much information as possible. In the Gradebook category, you should indicate whether the assignment is obtrusive, unobtrusive, student-generated, or if it is a common assessment issued by the Department of Education. The student work type option should not be changed at the primary or middle school level. Under scheduling, you should specify a due date for the assignment, and you can choose when this assignment should be published live for parents and students to see. In the class students section, this is where teachers can decide who this assignment is for. By default, this option is set to the class you selected using the Class Selector button we saw earlier, and also by default, every student in that class will receive every assignment. You can, however, choose to allocate this assignment to specific students or even to a single student. Because we are using a 0 to 4 proficiency scale with this assignment, you should set the scoring type to main scale and change the score entry type from 10, which is the default, to 4, which is the maximum score on our proficiency scales. We will discuss how to score traditional assignments in a separate video. The next step is to link the proficiency scale you are using to this assignment. To do this, click on the pencil icon in the Rubrics Standards Criteria section. In the window that appears, you will see 3 tabs labeled Rubrics, Standards, and Other Criteria. This is where the language of PowerSchool differs slightly from our SBG professional development training. Instead of clicking on the Standards tab, which you may want to do given that we are working with standards-based grading, you will instead have to remain on the Rubrics tab. You should then change the drop-down box from the default setting of My Rubrics to District Rubrics. In order to find your scale, simply begin typing the code of that scale in the search box. The code for this scale is MA05-NUM02. If you type MA05, you'll be given a list of all the P5 math scales. If you start typing NUM02, you will see all the math scales in all year levels that have a NUM02 suffix. Either way, you should easily be able to find the scale you need. Once you find it, select it and click OK. Once you have finished creating your assignment, you may then click on the Save and Close button to save and close this assignment. You will then be returned back to the classroom dashboard. In the next video, we will show you how to create assignments for subjects that do not have proficiency scales.